Hey everybody, this video is going to be just a little different than my usual one. I'd like to talk with you a little bit about some ideas and dreams I've got for the channel and some things I would really want to do. Also some things that I've been dealing with personally that are kind of affecting that, and then how you might even be able to help out and take a role and participate and become part of seeing some of that happen. So if you've been watching my channel for a little while, because I've been doing this for a year and a half now, you know that it's been about 7 years since I've been to Disney, which is quite a long time. One of the things I'm doing is I've been working on some collaboration prospects with other YouTubers who were down in Orlando, and of course I'm up in Missouri. And I've got a couple that we're ready and willing to work together. I've actually got one we're going to do kind of an online collaboration with next month, so watch for that. But there's a couple others that I'd love to be able to do some on-the-spot things down in Orlando with them, because that's where they are, and I'm not there. It makes it very difficult to do collaborations when you're not in the same area together. Just for fun one day, I decided to have a little bit of fun and start dreaming and checking out things and price some airline tickets, and I can actually fly from Springfield, Missouri, which is the closest real airport to me, down to Orlando for a little over $200 on Allegiant. Not a great airline, but it's a cheap ticket. Again, just for fun, ask people, and I actually had a friend offer me their guest room if I were to go down to Orlando for a week. That'd be pretty cool. Not only that, but they actually offered me a couple days in the parks, and I got another viewer who, again, just dreaming out loud, said, yeah, I could probably get you into Disney for a day or two. Wow, that'd be sweet. And then reality hit. See, here's the problem with me doing all of that. There just isn't money in our account right now. Let me explain why. In the last couple months, I have been in and out of doctor's offices several times because of some issues that we've become aware of with my heart. I actually started off going in for sleep stuff because I knew I had sleep apnea and went through all the process of getting a sleep machine and everything. And in the course of that, they started looking at my heart and said, there's something not quite right there. And what we found out is that I actually have a genetic thing where one of the muscles in my heart is enlarged. You know, all of you who make comments about I have a big heart, well, it's physically true. It is not a life-threatening thing. It's not anything that you do surgery for. Basically, what it means is I just have to be careful with some of the extreme things. No shoveling snow for me anymore. But in the process, it has meant a lot of tests and other things. And in fact, I actually have an angiogram coming up in a week and a half, and depending upon what happens with that, a stent put in, which is a minor thing. But still, what that means is it means we've had a lot of medical bills starting to add up. If you're familiar with medical insurance at all, you know that you have a deductible that you have to meet each year, and I am about to hit that deductible. That's a lot of money when you're basically living off a teacher's salary and not a whole lot more than that from your wife. Compounded with that, our second car actually died on us about 3 weeks ago, and it's a pretty permanent death. It wasn't an expensive car anyways, but it would cost a couple $1,000s to get this whole thing fixed, which is money we just don't have. You know, in fact, we've been kind of scraping by to take care of, you know, regular utilities and stuff right now because of all the medical bills. So there isn't money to cover extras, in particular a trip down to Disney, as much as I would love to go. And I'm not saying any of that to complain or say help us pay bills or anything at all like that. That's not what I'm asking. I'm just kind of letting you know where I'm at. There's some people that, you know, think that we have lots of money and travel all over, and we really don't. The church I pastor at doesn't pay me, and so really my income is very low to near nothing. I get a few $100s a month in total from YouTube and doing the videos, but it's not as much as some people might think. We basically live off of my wife's salary that she gets teaching high school, and that's our main income. In any case, I was talking to one of my other supporters and video watchers, just again, thinking out loud, kind of dreaming a little bit, you know, hey, this would be really cool, and there are these opportunities, but, you know, I don't think it's going to happen because we just don't have the means. And he was, you know, understanding and very good, and then he threw out this question at me that kind of threw me a little bit. He says, why not ask your viewers? I bet they would help you. And I hadn't even really thought about it, really. I'll be totally honest, I'm not even sure exactly how to ask, but we're going to try anyways. At his suggestion and encouragement, and that of my kids and a couple other people saying, well, why not? It might happen. I'm like, okay. So here I am. Here's my thoughts and what we're thinking. I would love to be able to go down to Orlando and Disney, say at the end of January or the first part of February. Kind of jokingly say it's my birthday gift because my birthday's in the middle of January. And so, hey, it'd be a nice little thing to do after my birthday. There are a couple other YouTubers down there that I could do collaborations with. No, I haven't gotten hold of the trackers. I know somebody will ask about them. But there are a couple others down there that I could meet up with and we could do collaboration videos while I was there. Looking at being there for about a week or so. Allegiant flies Monday to Monday, so that would be the timeline. I would definitely spend at least a couple days visiting the Disney parks, looking probably 3 or 4, getting out, getting into the parks, doing some filming, videoing, lots of taking pictures. I've actually got several different videos I'd love to be able to do, but I don't have pictures to be able to do them well. And so I could actually get all my video and pictures done for that while I was there, as well as some on-the-spot park tail videos and some things like that. So I'd love to be able to do a lot of filming and video. It would also be awesome if somehow I could find a way to work out a day or two even at Universal. One would be great for me. Love to be able to get out there. There's some things at Universal I haven't seen. There's things at Disney I have not seen or experienced, like Pandora and the new Fantasyland and stuff like that I would love to be able to do some segments on. I don't have ties at Universal like I do at Disney, so I might need some options there. If I have viewers in the area, I'd love to be able to do meet and greets. And my thought is that Saturday I was down there, I would do an official meet and greet with my viewers. Maybe meet at Disney Springs, have a meal together, talk, hang out. And then that day we'd probably go do a little resort hopping around Disney. And hey, we do it as a group. That could be a lot of fun. I'd love to be able to meet with you. And if you're in the parks while I was there, hey, hang around and maybe get you in some of my videos and stuff. So it would be an opportunity for you that way to be able to be a part of the actual video on screen. And comparatively speaking, I can actually do a Disney trip pretty cheap. In fact, one of the things that we're talking about is, let's make a challenge and see just exactly how cheap I can do this trip. Can I do, say, the cheapest trip to Walt Disney World ever and still actually get in a good trip to Disney World and Universal? How cheap can we do it? So here's kind of what I'm asking and thinking and hoping you might be able to help me with. And even if you're saying to yourself, I can't help, hold on, you might. For the airline, again, it'd be a little over a couple $100 for Allegiant. But we also have American, Delta, and United that also all fly out of Springfield. Maybe somebody out there has airline miles with one of the airlines, or works for one of the airlines and can get me a standby ticket or a cheap ticket that way. Maybe somebody out there who's watching can help get me down there and back. One of the other big expenses is a rental car. A rental car would run me about $300 to $350 for just over a week while I was there. But if I have viewers who are able to, say, pick me up at the airport and take me to my friend's house on the west side of Disney, shuttle me around a little bit, rides to and from the parks on certain days, ride over to Universal and back, or Disney Springs, hey, if you're going to the parks on that day and we can work out a way for me to hop along, it might be a great way for me to save money on a rental car that way. And if I'm able to ride with friends and viewers, there's $300, $350 that we've just eliminated from the budget. Hey, I've got no problem hanging around for a little while with people who are giving me rides. You might not necessarily want to hang around with me all day since I'll be shooting a lot of pictures and video, but we can meet off and on, or if you do want me to hang around, great. I'll even be your videographer during the day for you. Get you and your family in a whole lot of pictures and videos. That's an option too. If you're going down to Disney during that time and you're wanting somebody to take pictures and video of your trip, hey, here you go. I would be there. I'd be happy to do it if you want to help me with my expenses. There's something to think about. I have friends who can get me into Disney for between 2 and 4 days. The family that has offered me a place to stay in their guest room, one of them's worked at Disney. I still have other friends that work at Disney, so I can get passes into Disney each day. It may take a little collaborating and meeting them at one park to get in and then hopping over to go over to a different park and some arrangements like that. But I should be able to get into Disney. However, I don't have any ties at Universal. Maybe you do. Maybe you work there, or you know somebody who does, or you know somebody who can get me a free ticket into Universal. That would be awesome. For meals. Meals are another one of the big expenses. I can generally eat pretty cheap on my own, bring in some water, bring in some snacks. But if people want to meet me for a meal, I'd be happy to eat with you. One of my big things, I definitely want to do an official meetup. Meet at Disney Springs. Let's have some time together as viewers. That could be fun, and it's a cheap, free thing for everybody to be able to do together and get you all on video. Hey, if we do a meetup and I've got people there, you bet I'm going to make a video of it while we're there, and I'm going to put everybody that's there on that video. So here's your opportunity to be able to join me for a video at Disney. I think it would be a fun challenge to be able to do this trip as cheap as possible. Let's make it the cheapest trip we can with several days in the parks. I wonder if there's any sort of record out there for the cheapest Walt Disney World trip. I don't know. Even if you do want to contribute and chip in money, here's one of the things I was thinking about. My low view videos get 1,000 to 2,000 viewers. If every single viewer of this video chips in $1, just one, into the GoFundMe, that would actually pay all of the expenses for the trip without even needing any help. So if I get help from people who have opportunities and options, and every viewer chips in $1, that means I'm going to actually end up with more money than I need for the trip. That would be awesome. That would be cool. And I actually even have a plan for that if that were to happen. If I end up with extra funds, which I'm optimistic could happen if everybody chips in, there's two options that we can do with it. And I would leave this open to the people who chip in the funds because they're the ones giving. One, I could take it and help pay off some of the medical bills, which is several thousands of dollars now. Or I could take it and I could donate it to a charity, which I happen to be wearing the charity I would donate it to. That would be Convoy of Hope, which means it would go to disaster relief somewhere in the world. So you would know it would be going to one or two places. I would let the people who chip in help decide where it goes. And if we split it in two, or if we all go to Convoy of Hope, that is absolutely fine with me. What do you think? Does it sound like a plan? Does it sound like something that we can do? I'd love to do it. I'm really kind of nervous and excited because I really haven't asked for anything, and here I am asking. But it's an opportunity for you to take part, to participate, and maybe if you're in the area to meet up and to have a role in what's going on. I'm excited about the opportunity. I'm nervous about the opportunity. I hope you don't slap me around for asking. Can we make it happen? If you're on board, let me know. I have a GoFundMe set up. There's a link down in the description. I'm also flashing the link on the screen right now. So if you're able to join me and help contribute that way, that would be wonderful. If you're able to contribute other things, please email me at sirwillowed@gmail.com or send me a note on Facebook or through YouTube or something like that. Let me know. I'd love to hear. I'm hopeful it can possibly work out. Thank you so much for listening. Thank you so much for helping. Those of you who are praying, thank you for your prayers. I do covet them at this time. I really appreciate it. Thank you for being a part of what makes this channel great. Yeah, it's not me. It's you. Thank you so much.